All right, so this pretty much concludes it for now. Um, I'm headed home after I make a little stop by somewhere else. Not, I'm not really stopping, but I'm going for a little drive. But I had to go to the store to get me some. See, this is what I'm talking about. I have no power in my car right now. It's like a vacuum hose or something. Oh, there we go. Gotta go drive by the river, check it out before I head home. Why I'm headed home so early is because I really want to watch the Thunderbolts. I know that's gonna be a good movie. It's apparently from the previews of the new Avengers, and I like that's kind of my thing. You know, one of my things, anyways. It's not my thing, but it's one of my things. So yeah, really look forward to that. Take a little drive though, a little ride. I mean, it's really quick. It's like real close. Sorry, you can't. I'm not fully in the picture. I couldn't adjust it anymore. It's a good picture. If you ask me, I know the sun's right there in the shades, you know, on my eyes, but yeah, that's just my opinion. I gotta eat something for lunch too. I stopped by there. I grabbed a little bit of food for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I grabbed some wheat bread, and I already have peanut butter and jelly at home from uh, making lunch and stuff. But I ran out of bread, so I grabbed that and some pickles. As soon as I get home, I'm having one of those pickles. Pickles are pretty good, and they're like low calories, so yeah, yum. Yeah, I'm just taking you with me. I'm not, you know, if I run out of things to say, I run out of things to say. But I'm also thinking and driving at the same time, so just bear with me. Try to follow the law as much as I can. So every time I stop at a stop sign, or when I'm stopping it, or when I go to turn right, excuse me, at a red light, I always stop for 5 seconds because that's what you're supposed to do. Most people, you know, not to point fingers or anything, just they don't do that. They stop at a stop sign and they go. They don't even stop at the red lights. Not that this has anything to do with it, but I went to criminal law when I was in high school. They had a college program in high school, and I went to the college or to the went and took criminal law classes. So I don't know if that just has something to do with it or if it's completely irrelevant. But I try to follow the law to the T and not get in trouble and stuff. So that's just me, anyways. Of course, you're not gonna get in trouble 90% of the time, but that 10% of the time when you do get in trouble, that's what, a $300 fine, $400, $500 maybe. Even if it's $100, that's too much to be spending on just being neglectful. Think about it. What do you get for that? You don't get anything. You get a little bit of an adrenaline rush for breaking the rules. Other than that, you're just paying out of pocket for nothing. That's how I see it. All right, I gotta turn around because we just passed where I was driving through. Anyways, it wasn't really planning on stopping, but just driving through it. No, I'm gonna try to go by there a little slower because there was a car tailing me just then. So hopefully this time I can go a little slower. Just nature, getting out and seeing the trees, and it's fall, so looks nice, nice and beautiful. Leaves changing colors, leaves everywhere. Plus the river, you can see that through the trees pretty easily here. If I was on my motorcycle, I'd go down the boat ramp and check it out, but I'm not gonna do it in this car. Can't see it, but there's the river. Even if I don't get out and take a walk in it, it's still nice to see. I was thinking about just going ahead and getting my fishing license, and yeah, I don't hardly look like, I don't know if I look like it or not, but I don't hardly fish, but still, I think it's something I'd be interested in. I don't listen to country much, but this is definitely a small town USA. This is such a small town. It's not like 1,000 people small, but it's small. I wouldn't even really consider that a town. I'm gonna put her back up here. It's small. There's hardly anything to do here for fun. Not that I'm just like looking for fun, but every once in a while, you know, that'd be nice. But you got to go to the next town over for that. I don't really know if I want to disclose where I live. I don't know how safe that'd be, but some people, if you're from here and you wind up watching this or you've been through here, then you'd be able to tell like where probably, maybe not. Can't really see out of the back window too much. I guess all you can see is in the car. So, but eventually I'm sure there'll be times where I show uh, like certain landmarks and stuff, that catch somebody's eye. When the time comes, I ain't gonna be concerned about it, but I don't think I'm just gonna go out right and say it, frivolously, I guess. Another thing, uh, like people everywhere, they're always like riding your tail if you go the speed limit. Like they never go the speed limit or yard sale over there. I haven't really been looking at yard sales here recently. I need to stop passing them up because I get some pretty good stuff that I can resell from them sometimes. Hopefully this Friday I'll see some and be able to stop by. The problem is, recently with the yard sales, the addresses on the signs have been so small. Like if you want people to go to your yard sale, don't make the biggest thing on your sign the address. People already know it's a yard sale from a sign. Could go to the park, but I'm ready to watch that movie. They had a game room up here. In fact, twice. It was bought out one time. I'm not gonna say the name of it, but it was pretty nice. Anyways, it was bought out the first time, and they moved it across town, and then it went out of business. Actually, there was two. Uh, but the thing with the first one is it was kind of like an old arcade. It wasn't really my thing. It's um, like I said, it was like an arcade. There were um, the old model, retro arcade games style. And the one I mentioned first, that one, what there was, which I enjoyed. I enjoyed this because I've kind of been a gamer, if you will, but I haven't been playing games here recently at all. But anyways, at this time I was trying to. I hadn't really played much games because my situation was complicated, and they had a Xbox and a PlayStation up there. I think it was a PlayStation. I know they had an Xbox up there. So and my thing was Call of Duty. They had Call of Duty on it. So I was going up there and playing some Call of Duty whenever I had the chance. Every once in a while, anyways. That was quite a relief for me. Anyways, they got put out of business, and well, don't do that anymore. Needless to say, I go to the gym though. I mean, that's pretty nice. And I ride around cops here. I just bought this car, so I don't have any plates. So if anything happens, I'm just gonna end the video. I'm completely legal though. Just an FYI. Yeah, as I was saying, there's not a whole lot to do, but I'm glad I get to go to the gym. That's pretty nice. I'm not really much of a people person. Not that I'm antisocial. I'm just there's not too many opportunities for me to go out and talk to people. I try to save my money so I don't go out too much to spending money, and I don't really go hiking and all that stuff too much, just because it hasn't been too easy to get out and do that. And the gym is right down the road. There are people there. Some people want to talk. Sometimes other people not really. But even if it's just about the gym, it's nice to have somebody to talk to every once in a while. Other than like family. And I'm just gonna put this out there. My family's pretty dull. So they're not really too exciting to speak with. And it's pretty much the same old stuff all the time. So happy I get to go to the gym, I guess. Let's see, I'm ready to watch this movie. I was thinking about actually caving in and watching this movie in the theaters, but just spending a couple bucks here and there, or spending it on just the movie, and getting out, because it's been quite a while. This movie's pretty old, considering it's like November 16th or something like that. This movie's like a year old, but you know, I haven't gotten out, I haven't done anything, for a while, like years, I haven't done anything. That's what I was considering. If I go buy a fishing, I have a fishing pole and stuff. So if I go buy a fishing license, I would be able to, I'd be able to go to any creek or to the lake or to the river or whatever that I know where lakes and rivers are around here, and just sit down, put some music on, and go fishing. Even might even see if like because I'm on my community page on Facebook, my town's community page. Not even see if somebody wants to go with me or something like that, or a girl or something, or whatever. I don't know, just throwing around ideas here. And the best part, after the $10, it's free for a year. You know, That's the same with the natural park. What is it called? See, yearly pass. I think it's called. It's not called a yearly pass, but it's basically a yearly pass. Um, where you just pay. I think you pay like $100, and you can get into the parks, any parks across the nation for like I said, $100, but it's all year. I think what I was trying to say was anytime, you know. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. Just me rambling on. Couldn't say it for a second. Just me rambling on a car ride. I got my protein shakes. I need to eat something. So as soon as I get there, I'll probably do that. Like I said, try one of those pickles and have me a sandwich at a protein bar, but that's not good enough. It's like 2 o'clock, and even though I woke up kind of late, that's still, like, oh, it's 3 o'clock actually, and I should have ate something around 2. I ate when I woke up, but I think that was like 10:30. I know I don't get up too early. Anyway, so when I get there, I'll eat something, watch that movie, then I'll give you guys an update on how it went, what I thought of it. See you later.